gases and liquids. Okay, so now in this class I'm supposed to discuss with you all equation of state for real gases, that is the Van der Waals equation. Now what is the Van der Waals equation? Van der Waals equation, there is a correction. There has been two things over here in the Van der Waals equation. If you see, the corrected Van der Waals equation is like this: P plus an square by V minus nb is equal to nRT. This is the Van der Waals equation. Okay. Now in the Van der Waals equation, there have been corrections. There have been corrections over here. These are the corrections which have been done. Okay. And this n stands for the number of moles. Now, why are these corrections done? Now, let us see. First, the correction for volume. First, the correction for volume. Now this correction for volume, you remember, at high pressure, the molecules are very close to each other and the repulsive forces become significant at this stage. The repulsive forces cause the molecules to behave as small but impenetrable spheres. The volume occupied by the molecules also becomes significant because instead of moving in a volume capital V, these are now restricted to volume V minus NB. So that's why the volume correction is V minus NB. And now this NB, this B which you see over here, it is called excluded volume. It is called excluded volume. It is called excluded volume. Okay. Now similarly, if you look at the next slide over here, you'll get a better idea. This is the correction for volume of molecules of gases. Okay. Because of the presence of the volume of the molecules, which may be negligible, but still it is there. So the volume of space which is available to the gas molecules is V minus NB now. And then there is correction for attraction between the molecules, correction of pressure. Remember in this case, the correction of pressure, for the pressure correction, because the molecules are attracted to each other, the pressure on the container will be less than ideal. It will be less than ideal. Pressure depends on the number of molecules per liter. Since two molecules interact, the effect must be squared. So that's why we have P minus A n square by V. So that is the pressure, what we call pressure correction. Okay. Now remember, at high pressure, molecules of gases are very close to each other. These molecules do not strike the walls of the container with full impact because they are dragged by other molecules due to molecular attraction. Thus, pressure exerted by the real gas is lower than the ideal gas. In other words, observed pressure is less than the ideal pressure. Okay, that's why we have to do the correction, and that correction is called pressure correction, where we add an square. We add an square plus V square to the pressure to get the observed pressure. So that is the pressure correction. Then moving to the volume correction once more. When a gas is compressed, molecules are pushed so closer that repulsive forces operates between them. Further increase in pressure is opposed by the molecules because molecules have definite volume. Okay, so because of all these interactions happening, we have the volume correction as well. Now the next important thing to be discussed under this heading is units and significance of the Van der Waals constant. First one is constant A. Constant A. Now this constant A is equal to PV square by N square, and its unit becomes atmosphere liter square per mole square, like this. Okay, this is the unit for the Van der Waals constant A. Now this A, remember this A is under the pressure correction, and the other unit is significance of B. Now this B is equal to V by N. So the unit of B becomes liter per mole inverse. Okay, its value. The value is a measure of the effective size of the gas molecule. The value of B, this small b, is 4 times the actual volume of the molecules. Okay, so this was the explanation for the correction for volume and correction for pressure in the Van der Waals equation. No numericals are required to be done from this part of the chapter, that is under the heading Van der Waals equation. Only the pressure correction and the volume correction must be understood. Why it is like that? Okay. Now, we move to the next subtopic in this chapter, which is called liquefaction of gases. Now, under this liquefaction of gases, remember, increase of pressure and decrease of temperature. Increase of pressure and what? Decrease of temperature. Under this heading, I am reading it out. You please try to listen very carefully. If there is increase of pressure or decrease of temperature, that is going to cause liquefaction of gases. That is going to cause what? Liquefaction of gases. So remember this point. Increase of temperature and decrease of pressure, or increase of pressure and decrease of temperature. These two words you have to rhyme it and remember. It is going to cause liquefaction of gases. Now, after this, please note that there are some constants to be remembered in this part of the chapter, which are called critical constants. So these critical constants I will try to explain you. Critical constants. Now we know, as for the definition, the temperature above which a gas cannot be liquefied, however high pressure may be applied on the gas. Okay, this is the definition. Critical constant. It is maybe defined as the temperature above which the gas cannot be liquefied, however high pressure may be applied on the gas. So this you try to remember. It is defined as the temperature above which the gas cannot be liquefied, however high pressure may be applied, on the gas. So this is the definition of critical constant. A critical constant may be in the form of critical pressure, critical volume, or critical temperature. Now, again, this critical constant can be calculated by knowing the formula. So TC stands for critical temperature. Okay, so the formula is 8A over here, divided by 27 RB. This R is a constant, gas constant. This is from the pressure volume correction. Okay, PC, critical constant for pressure. It is again A by 27B square, and then for volume, critical constant for volume, it is 3B. So knowing the values of A and B, we can get the critical constants. Okay, now definition you must remember. Okay, then we move to the next heading, which is called Boyle's temperature. Now, what is Boyle's temperature? Let me tell you. Boyle's temperature. Now, Boyle's temperature is the temperature at which a real gas behaves like an ideal gas over an appreciable pressure range. So this is the definition of Boyle's temperature. It is the temperature at which a real gas behaves like an ideal gas over an appreciable pressure range. And there is a formula to be learned. This TB stands for boils temperature, that is equal to A by RB. RB, and this A and B stands for the constants, van der Waals constants. Okay. After that, the next part of this chapter, it is called vapor pressure. What is the vapor pressure? Meaning of vapor pressure. Meaning of vapor pressure. Meaning of vapor pressure. Let me explain it to you. This vapor pressure means the pressure exerted by the vapors of a liquid. It means the pressure exerted by the vapors of a liquid at the equilibrium state. Rate of evaporation is equal to the rate of condensation, and that pressure which is exerted by the vapors of the liquid, it is called vapor pressure. Now, definition you learned from this definition of vapor pressure, and most importantly, the vapor pressure depends on what? This vapor pressure depends on, the first factor is nature of liquid. The nature of liquid. Okay. The next factor is temperature. Next factor is temperature. So these are the two factors on which the vapor pressure normally depends. Then after that, boiling point. Boiling point. Boiling point. Now let us understand what is boiling point. Now, you have heard this word boiling point since class 7, 8, 9, 10, all over these years. Now, remember, the condition of free vaporization throughout the liquid is called boiling. So, if the vaporization is happening throughout the liquid, it starts to boil. Now, boiling point is the temperature at which the vapor pressure of the liquid becomes equal to the atmospheric pressure. At 1 atm pressure, boiling temperature is called normal boiling point. If pressure is 1 bar, the boiling point is called normal boiling point. The normal boiling point of water is, we know it is how much? It is 100 degrees Celsius at sea level, and its standard boiling point is, normally it is 99.6 degrees Celsius, the standard boiling point. Okay. Boiling point does not occur when liquid is heated in a closed vessel. When density of liquid and vapors become the same, the clear boundary between liquid and vapor disappears. So this temperature is called critical temperature. So what is critical temperature? Critical temperature is the temperature when the density of liquid and vapors become the same. So this you must remember. Critical temperature is the temperature when the density of liquid and vapors become the same. That means there is no critical clear boundary between the liquid and the vapors. Okay, it disappears. So this temperature is called critical temperature. Now we know water boils at low temperature on hills. The pressure cookers used for cooking food over there. Again, liquids which decompose at normal boiling point are called distilled under reduced pressure. Okay, so that was boiling point. Then moving to surface tension. Surface tension, the next topic in this chapter. Surface tension, symbol is, you can write gamma. Now surface tension, it is defined as the force that acts at right angles to the imaginary line of unit length at the surface of the liquid at rest. Okay, water has surface tension. Okay, so many liquids, they have surface tension. The dimensions of surface, units of surface tension is joules per meter cube minus cube, or you can write Newton per meter. These are the dimensions of surface tension. Now surface tension, remember, this surface tension decreases with increase in temperature. Surface tension decreases with increase in temperature. Increase in temperature. This is one important point. Okay. surface tension decreases with, if you raise the temperature, the surface tension decreases. So on adding surface active agents like alcohol or acetone to water, surface tension of water decreases. Okay, that is about surface tension. Now the next topic in this chapter is viscosity. Viscosity. Now viscosity, it is defined as the internal resistance. It is defined as the internal resistance to the flow possessed by a liquid. Internal resistance to the flow which is possessed by a liquid. That means viscous liquids, sulfuric acid concentrated, it is viscous. If you take oil, refined oil or mustard oil or butter, ghee, all these have high viscosity. In other words, you can define as the force of friction which one layer of the liquid exerts on another layer of the liquid. So the type of flow of liquid in which there is a regular gradation of velocity in passing from one layer to the next is called laminar flow. Okay, laminar flow. So whenever there is a liquid on the surface over there, so this top layer, it starts to move. Suppose this is slanted this way, the top layer goes this way, and then it is pulled the second layer and the third layer and the bottommost layer. Okay, so that is the movement of the flow of liquids which are viscous. Okay, now there is a formula. There is a formula over here to be remembered under viscosity. The force under viscosity is equal to eta A du by dz. Du by dz. Now this eta which you see, it is called proportionality constant and it is a coefficient of viscosity. This is called coefficient of viscosity. It is called coefficient of viscosity. Okay, now this viscosity topic, it has to be understood in on the terms, on the basis of this term, because du by dz, this du by dz, it is called velocity gradient. It is called velocity gradient. It is called velocity gradient. Okay, and then this A which you see over here is area of contact. This A stands for area of contact of the various layers. Area of contact of the various layers. Okay, during viscosity of a particular liquid, given liquid. Okay, so these are the things required from this chapter, that is states of matter, gases and liquids, and theoretically we have covered the important sections of this chapter. Now what I would like you all to do is, from this chapter, what you call viscosity, what you call this states of matter and gases and liquids, you may practice on your own some very simple numericals, very simple numericals. Let me go to page number, just a second, 300 and 363. Okay, 366. Okay, here in this chapter you will find some simple questions, multiple choice questions are there, which you may solve it on your own. Okay, objective multiple choice type questions. So the answers to these questions are given. Okay, this is the Maxwell distribution curve. The rise of temperature, the the randomness, the surface area, the area, it is decreasing. Okay, so like this question you solve. Okay, and the options are given over here, answers are given over here already correctly. And then numericals, I'll tell you which one you should go through. The simple numericals. Numericals based on the what you call Van der Waals equation is not required. Okay, only simple numericals, the ones which are required, I'm going to tell you. Okay, you can read through this viscosity, surface tension on your own. Okay, yeah, look at this. This I was talking in the morning. This one, I think example 5.36 should be good enough. One, only this one. The other one you leave it out. 5.37 you leave it out. Then before that now this problems over here. Just a second. This is also not required. Numericals over here also not required. Before this, we had some numericals. Uh, yeah, this one with respect to Graham's law of diffusion. Simple numericals only. Direct application of formula. Example 5.29. You can go through example 5.29. Application of formula. Go through example 5.29. It's important. Then example 5.27 also. Okay. Example 5.27. Then example 5.26, application of Dalton's law of partial pressures. Okay, this example you practice. Example 5.24, you can go through this example. Example 5.25 also. This one you leave it out. Then example 5.20, 5.22. Okay. Then example 5.16. Example 5.15. Example 5.17, ideal gas equation, numerical, simple numericals. 5.11, 5.14, that application of formula you can see. PV is equal to nRT, this equation. Okay, so okay, we are back over here, boys.